Ladies and gentlemen, we just did our latest and greatest iPhone 16 review. And before we get to the newest, latest, and greatest, I want you to know that people come a long way and start with something like this. So, big difference between something like this and something like this. Okay? A phone's a phone. That's always what I've been told, and that's the truth. So, before you get in your hands on something that you want, you might have to get your hands on something that you can start with. And nothing better than the currently have as an example the G33. One positive, that's what it's called. And look how far motivation takes you. So let me tell you, it is the truth when I can say that a phone is a phone and it'll take you a long way. I really love this phone, still use it. I still try to hold on to all my old devices as long as I can for many reasons and regret not holding on to some. But business is business. And if I'm that guy that can give you a $10 phone, then I'm that guy that will give you a $10 phone. And I was that guy. So, and you wonder if it's worth it, but it is because there's people doing it. And if you're not the one to, then it's a sad truth. There might not be many. So, what I like about this phone is to keep it simple. Um, I'm more than positive right on Android. Has everything you can see as far as applications go for Android, Google Voice Assistant, the camera, Cash App, Gmail, Chrome, clock feature. You can download everything else. Surprisingly, Samsung Internet is downloadable on this, even though it's not a Samsung. So again, all the Android apps you can think of, Lyft, things that'll just make your life so much easier. Something that can't get much better as far as a budget-friendly phone. So oh, I want this, I want that. I'm telling you, I have the latest and greatest phone on the market available in this world right now. And if you cannot be happy or satisfied with starting with something that might put someone to shame for a mere second because they don't have theirs out, I do not know what to tell you. This phone has pulled the most beautiful ladies in my life with fupas, big old boo, like ooh, everything. So, and because I know how to use it, and I'm hoping that this review has you understand how to use it too, to the level where you can be comfortable, know that it's for your safety, know that it'll get you out of trouble situations. It can be for emergencies, to dial 911, to send text to people that are across the world. Here's a little short story that might convince you otherwise, okay? Because at this point, I am trying to find ways to get more out of these views other than what I have going on, which is making websites for people's links for their social medias right now, and apparently some businesses. But nonetheless, I was, and this is a sad true story, I was on my way back to where I was sleeping at the time, a ubiquitous surveillance community, and I had a routine of calling my sister, who lives all the way in Japan. And I figure, wow, I hope this call goes through. So, because, it wasn't the most expensive phone, and I wasn't really too positive, and I tried to take care of him. If you can see no cracks, if the call was gonna go through. So I get on the phone at about 4:30 in the morning and I make the call. And the call was a local number, so the hardware does mean a lot, I guess. Right? As far as where you possess it. For example, if I'm in China with this phone, with this current 415 number, um, and you happen to call me, even though I'm right next to you, but this phone is in China, and that person, whatever number he has, I don't know if it's like a 10 digit, I really don't know, calls me. The call might not go through, I assume, for whatever reason sometimes, right? Network issues. I've had that problem where I couldn't even make a local call on a much better phone, and there was a network issue apparently due to my provider. So saying, oh, your provider cannot make this call right now, please try again. I had to try a couple more times and it went through, but The fact that this phone made that call at that specific time meant the world to me, and I know it changes my life till this day. So that's why I'm reviewing this phone, recommending this phone, because I don't, you know, want people out there in the blind wondering if I should get this phone, if I shouldn't. The manner in which you get your phones, it's understandable. I can only imagine, like I said, a phone's a phone, but I want you to know if you feel comfortable in the manner you're receiving this phone and you think it's safe and you're fine with the budget that you're on at the time while anticipating for an upgrade, then I don't see any issues or anything negative with using what it is in public out there making a call until you upgrade and are comfortable with displaying what you have. And I think that's the truth. I really hope you can make calls from it with the basic call app, right? This is pretty much the main menu app. They have games, a whole different section that I don't play. I was really using it for the basics, the necessities at the time, right? The call, the text, the Facebook, the Instagram. The Facebook actually I couldn't use at the time. I tried to on the browser, so I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but because I was locked out of Facebook for the longest time. Long story. Um, anyhow, but was on the Instagram with this one positive and the TikTok, surprisingly enough. So if you can be on that with one of these, I think there should be enough for some people to really anticipate what's to come. Um, I like how it has a lot of features, low battery mode, it's a C. And what's really interesting about this phone that still sticks out to me over all the phones that I have come up against, come towards, possess, have the opportunity to use, right? The privilege to be a part of is the fact that its USB-C is on the top. So you can set it, okay, charge it, and use it, and everything should be fine. So that's something I really like about this phone. Again, it's a blue G33. Um, and I liked it so much that I had to get two. So, um, bold like us, right? And if you want that upgrade soon, you will get it. Hey, yeah, can I order a new G33, please? Yes, you may. How many would you like? Yeah. So you get the point, I started with this before we got what we wanted, and you might have to too. So no shame in your game. And they're very common. You'll see them out there. They're very durable. I like how you can take off the case and the battery and put a new battery. So one of the very few phones you can do this with left. There's not many out there anymore, I feel like, that'll let you do this. Where there's no excuse why you shouldn't always have your phone on. I mean, other than the fact you're changing the battery, but no excuse. The battery lasts a long time. Though that might be a complaint with this phone, which is understandable, but till this day, I think it's okay. It's not the best, of course, in all its features, but it's a reliable phone and I can't recommend it enough. So thank you for your time. Apologize for laying off the AI series a little bit with the reviews, but feel like this reviews gotta get out the way and we'll definitely do what we can from there. All right. So thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we did a lot of reviews, so feel free to look back in the series for those, and we'll go from there. And if you request a review, we'll see what we can do. All right. Thank you for your time and all the support. and see you on the next episode.